Everybody, we're going to begin seated. Chair, blanket, block. I'm a block person. Easy cross-legged seat, or you can splay your legs out in front of you. One leg, two legs. Don't get all wrapped up in some properness. And I'm actually taking my glasses off. So a little glasses alert. Get the sleepy dust out of your eyes. And we're going to do Nadi Shodhana to begin class. So alternate nostril breathing. Right hand, fold down your index and middle finger. You're going to use your thumb and your ring finger gently on your nose. So press the thumb into your nose. Soft gaze. Steady here. Inhale on the left. Close your ring finger. Exhale, lifting the thumb on the right. Inhale on the right. Close the thumb. Exhale on the left. You can use the switch of your fingers for a bit of a pause. Inhale on the left. Little pause at the top. Switch fingers. Exhale on the right. Your body does this for you. You don't notice it. Inhale on the right. Just through your natural breathing, exhale on the left. So we're giving a little assistance here. Inhale on the left. And exhale on the right. Follow the breath with your mind. Inhale on the right. Exhale on the left. Release your hands to your thighs. Steady here. If you're sitting on something, and you're on your mat, you can release what you're sitting on. Easy cross legs, hands behind you. Lean back into your hands. Draw your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart. And then rock forward. You'll feel those pointy sitting bones and lean forward any amount. These first few, you might not find yourself leaning forward very far. Lean back, hands behind you. Uncross your legs and cross them the other way. You can release your hands from behind you. Bring them forward. Bow forward. Vertical torso, hands behind you. Rock back. Change the cross of your legs. Bow forward. Let an exhale breath help you release tension. Back body and hips is certainly where I feel it. And cross. This time, place your hands behind you. Wide legs, we're going to keep them wide and place them down on the floor. Flex your toes towards you. Use your fingertips behind you to push your chest forward and up. Place one hand on your back. What you're hoping to find there is at least a flat back and maybe the normal curvature of your low spine, but we're not pushing the spine away like cat pose. So inhale to lift your chest, lift your heart. Release your hands. Try them in front of you first. And then an exhale breath, hands to the left shin. Inhale. You can make your hands as wide as you like, or keep them close to your torso, exhaling to the right shin. Inhale up, chest up, exhale to the left. Inhale up, and exhale to the right. One more time, each side, inhale. Exhaling to the left. Maybe your hands, you're getting a little more range. You can reach towards your ankle or your foot. And exhale. Nice. Bring your hands behind you. Your fingertips are pointing towards your body. Feet on the mat. Feet as wide as your hips. Press into your hands. Come up into reverse tabletop. So thighs are aspiring to be parallel with the floor. Lift your hips, hip pointers, gaze is up, and then sink your hips back down to the floor. Sit up tall, hands behind your thighs, feet flat on the floor. Take your time, big inhale breath here. Open mouth, exhale. If you like, with hands behind your thighs, rock back just a little bit so you're a little behind or above your sitting bones on your seat and lift your legs. Boat pose. Many variations of boat pose possible. Make space between your toes. Notice your breathing. If you like, release your hands. Put your feet down. Hands behind you, step your feet wide, almost the width of your mat, lift up into reverse tabletop. And then seat back to the floor, come back to boat pose. It's a little more familiar second time around. If you like, raise your arms, glide them down the left side of your body so there's a rotational action, and bring them up. And exhale them down the right side of your body. And bring them up. Left side. Arms up, inhaling. Right side, exhaling. One more time, each side. So many clever ways to build strength. Wake up the body. Feet down, hands behind you. One more, reverse tabletop. Look up at your ceiling. Press down into the mound at the base of your index finger. And then lower your hips. Cross your legs. We're going to make our way to all fours. Hands down. Under your shoulders. Knees under your hips. Inhale the right leg behind you. As you exhale it, bring your right knee forward in the direction of your right elbow. So both hands are down, hydrant pose, and bring it back behind you. Again, exhaling, the knee is wide, your thigh is lifted, and you try to touch your elbow. If you're not on your knees, Ned just heard a big crunch over here in my body. I heard him gasp. One more time. You can do this standing up as well. Put both knees down, reach the left one behind you. And as you exhale, thigh comes up, knee is flared out to the left. It's trying to reach to your elbow. Inhale to reach long. Not to worry if you've got a couple of breath cycles in there. And again. Reach long. Come back to tabletop. If you're comfortable with this, sink hips to heels, forehead to the mat, child's pose. A little technology issue to solve. And then glide back up into all fours. Left arm forward, left thumb up, right leg back. As you exhale, elbow to knee under your body, round your spine into cat pose. Reach long. Some people call this bird dog. And then exhale, elbow to knee under your body. Again, the asymmetry of your body's working for you. Elbow to knee, exhaling. Reach long. Left hand down, right knee down. Inhale, left, right arm forward, left leg back. Exhaling, curl up inward. And then inhaling, reach long, like you really mean it. Exhaling, curl. Inhale for length. Exhale, contract, draw your spine to the ceiling. Inhale, fingertips and toe tips away from each other. Hands down. Tuck your toes. Press into your hands, push back slowly into down dog. Pedal your feet out, again, very slowly, lifting one heel, pressing into the big toe mound of your feet. You can glide your hips left and right if you wish. And come to stillness. Look through your feet, head down. On an inhale breath, raise your gaze. And on the exhale, take many, many steps. Feet coming to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pushing into your feet, inhale, oh boy, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Drop your hands. Inhale. Keep all that length. Exhale. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fingertips down. Really push into your feet, bend your knees. Inhale, reach up. Reach through your ring fingers. Exhale, hands to heart center, press them together, forearms parallel to the floor. Drop your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On your own. A half salutation. Drop your hands. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fingertips down, left foot back, keep the heel up. Inhale, breath to come up into crescent lunge. Inhale, your arms overhead. Stay here. Place your hands behind your head. An inhale breath, pushing your head into your hands. Your hands pulling forward. Elbows can be forward, back leg really strong. Another breath cycle here. Steady as she goes. Release your hands overhead. Exhale, hands down, step back. All fours or plank. And then lower all the way to the floor. Release your hands behind your back. Lace them together. They'll be right at your sacrum. Inhale, up into locust. Inner feet touch. Legs lift a little bit. Chest lifts. Shoulder blades together. Breath is moving. Pull your hands apart. And then release your hands. Hands by your ribs. Inhale, breath. Pass through plank. Press back into down dog. Inhale your left leg. Left foot forward behind the left hand. Keep the right heel up. Crescent lunge. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, lace your hands together. Press your head into your hands. Back leg is straight and strong. Heel is lifted. Front knee is bent. Thigh aspiring to be parallel to the floor. Lift your heart. Release your hands. Exhale, fingertips down, step forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, push into your feet, arms overhead. And exhale, hands come to your heart. Drop your hands. Really feel into your feet. Inhale, your arms overhead. Suck those arches up. And then exhale, forward fold, arches lift. Inhale, fingertips to shins. And then exhale, right foot back, right heel stays up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands clasped behind your head. Inhale, push your head into your hands. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Take a full breath cycle in plank. Big inhale, big exhale. And then fill up on an inhale. And as you lower to the mat, exhaling all the way down, release your hands, clasp them together. Inhale up into Locust with interlaced hands. Really push your shoulder blades together. Your fist is lifted off your sacrum. Release your hands, place them by your mid-ribs, push back, find your way to down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg behind you. Step the right foot forward behind the right hand, left heel stays up. Rise up. Arms overhead. Clasp your hands behind your head. Inhale, push that head back into your hands, lift your heart, steady your lower body. Release your hands. Exhale, hands to the mat, fingertips support you, step forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale. Drop your hands. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fingertips down, step the left foot back, put the left knee down, uncurl the toes. Inhale, torso vertical, arms overhead. And then exhale, airplane arms, lean your torso forward. You can glide your knee forward if you like. Lift your heart. Inhale, arms overhead. Right hand to grasp the left wrist. Lean to the right. Pull on your left arm. Inhale, torso vertical. Exhale, cactus arms. Lift your elbow tips up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands down. Lower all the way to the mat. Hands stay where they are. Inhale, up into Cobra. Any amount of lift of your chest. Exhale down. We're going to do 2 more Cobras. Add the heel curl in if you like. So that would be curling one or both heels towards your glutes. 1 more Cobra. If you haven't balanced out all your heel action, let's take 1 more Cobra. Notice the opening of your front body. And now press back. Find your way to down dog. Push your hips high. Don't worry about how far your heels do or don't descend to the mat. Inhale the left leg. Left foot behind the left hand. Put your right knee down. Inhale, rise up. Torso's vertical over that back leg at first. And then exhale, airplane arms. Long spine, lean forward. You can let that left knee go in front of the left ankle. Inhale, bring your torso vertical. Left hand, capture the right wrist. Over to the left. Pull on that upper arm. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, cactus, chest up. Try to tilt your elbow tips forward. Next exhale, breath. Hands down, tuck the back toes, step forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Push them together. Drop your hands. Inhale, reach up. Keep all that length. Exhaling, forward fold, head down. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze in front of your mat. And exhale, fingertips down, right leg back, right knee down. Uncurl the right toes. Arms come overhead. Exhale, airplane arms glide forward, chest up. Inhale, arms overhead, left wrist, left hand captures right wrist, lean to the left, pull on the right arm. Inhale to get vertical, and exhale, cactus or bull post your arms, shoulder blades draw together, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Take a big breath cycle here. No panic about being in plank. When you're ready, lower all the way to the mat. Elbows stay in near your ribs. Come up into Cobra. Let's do it together. Left heel draws towards the left glute. And exhale down. Right heel to the right glute. Chest up in Cobra. And then both heels together, any amount. And down. Hopefully your hamstrings haven't gone crazy. And then push back, find your way to down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg, step the right foot behind the right hand, put the left knee down, uncurl the toes, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands behind you, glide forward, airplane arms, chest is up. And then inhale, torso vertical over the back leg, right hand to grab the left, reach over to the right, pulling on the left hand, open the left side body. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Push into your feet. Inhale to come up. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Drop your hands. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, ribs are drawing around your spine, head down. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, both hands plant, step both feet back to plank. Steady here, big inhale breath. And then exhale, lower down. Come to Sphinx with your hands clasped. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, tuck your toes, press into your feet and your forearms. Forearm plank. Big inhale here. Put both knees down, walk them forward about a footprint length. Tuck your toes, push up into Dolphin. Dolphin is a short down dog on your forearms. Gaze is between your elbows. One more inhale. And then exhale, knees down. Place your hands, getting ready to push back into down dog. Reposition your feet. On an inhale breath, raise your gaze. If you're going to jump, bend your knees deeply. To exhale, feet to hands, any way you like. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Feel your arches lift, your feet shorten. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do one more cycle of that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant both hands, feet go back. Find the next exhale breath, bring your body down. Forearms Come to Sphinx, clasp your hands, tuck your toes, push up into Forearm Plank. Inhale, breath here. Exhale, knees down, step them a foot length forward, tuck your toes, push into Dolphin. 2 more breaths here. And then knees come down, hands placed on the mat, push back into down dog. From your down dog, knees to the mat, wide if you like, right under your torso if that's more comfortable. Sink hips to heels, arms are straight out in front of you, forehead to the mat. Notice your breathing. You might notice your heart beating. Consciously attend to the cadence of your breath, the evenness of the inhale and the exhale. And maybe everything slows down a bit.
Inhale breath through your nose. And open your mouth, let all the air out. Inhale through your nose again. Open mouth, let it all out. As you inhale, bring yourself up to a tabletop. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Puppy pose. Allow your lower legs to remain vertical and walk your hands forward just a bit. So you'll reach your hands forward as much as is reasonable in your body. Straighten your arms and let your head descend down toward your mat. Sort of get that feeling of pushing your butt right up toward the ceiling. Good job. And then bring your hands in a little bit, come back to a tabletop. Tuck your toes under, push up, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back behind you. As you exhale, bring your right foot up to meet your right hand. Inhale, high crescent lunge, bring your hands above your head. As you exhale, bring your feet down to warrior 2 feet. This is a transition and it's one to be careful of. It's safe, but only if you're really mindful in how you make this transition. So your heels are maybe in line with each other. Your back foot is at 45 to the front of the mat, and your front foot is facing right to the front of your mat. Bend your front knee and push your front knee a little bit to the right, and bring your hands to heart center, facing the left side of your mat. And bring your right hand forward, left hand backward. Good job. Inhale, reverse your warrior, turn your front palm upward. Your back hand goes to your back leg, and bring your right hand up over the top of your head. Gaze off to the left-hand side to encourage yourself to make this a side bend, side bend, not a back bend. Bring your hands back to warrior 2, and then exhale, extended side angle. Your front forearm comes to your thigh on your right leg, and your left arm comes over your left ear. And maybe then you twist your head and gaze up toward the ceiling. Take an inhale breath here. As you exhale, look back down toward the floor, but stay in extended side angle. Inhale, turn your head up toward the ceiling. And then exhale, release yourself back to warrior 2 pose. Windmill your arms down to frame your front foot. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower yourself down to the mat. Keep your elbows close to your torso. Point your toes. Inhale, Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck your toes under, come through tabletop or high plank maybe. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up and back behind you. As you exhale, bring your left foot up to meet your left hand. High crescent lunge. Push into your feet, your front knee is bent. Inhale, your hands above your head. As you exhale, come to warrior 2 feet. So I do that by just twisting my back heel down to the mat. And then I scooch toe heel my front foot a little bit to the right so that my heels are sort of in a line with each other. Take your front knee and push it a little bit to the left. And one other thing, since we're not all 21 years old here, take your right hip and twist it a little bit to the front. So it's a little bit, the outside of your right hip moves a little bit forward. Bring your hands to your heart center with your gaze off to the right-hand side. And then bring your arms frontward and backward, warrior 2 pose. Gaze over your front fingers. Turn your front palm upward, reverse your warrior. Back hand goes back to your knee. And come to a side bend, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Your front forearm comes to your front thigh, palm is upward on your front palm. And then your right arm goes over your ear. Take an inhale breath and gaze up toward the ceiling. Exhale, turn your head, but keep the pose. Turn your head down to the mat. Inhale, turn your head back upward. Exhale, lower it back down again. Come back to warrior 2 pose. And then windmill your arms down to frame your front foot. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Exhale, just put back, push back to downward facing dog. Let's do that whole sequence together, and I won't go as slowly. Inhale your right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, right foot to right hand. Inhale, high crescent lunge, hands move above your head. Exhale, warrior 2 feet. Bring your hands to your heart center, facing left. Inhale, bring your arms out wide, gaze over your front fingers. Inhale again, and reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back to warrior 2 pose. Exhale, windmill your arms down. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Take an inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Sorry, I tricked you. Inhale your left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, bring your left foot to your left hand. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Hands above your head. Exhale, warrior 2. Move your feet however you need to do to get to warrior 2 feet. Bring your hands to your heart center facing right. And then move your hands forward and backward. Inhale, reverse your warrior hands. Your left hand moves up and over the top. Exhale, extended side angle. Your left arm goes to your thigh. Right arm goes toward your ear. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale it out. Inhale, come back to warrior 2. Exhale, windmill your arms down to frame your front foot. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. As you exhale, walk or jump your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, stand up really tall, hands above your head. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart center. Press your hands together a little bit more energetically and pull your shoulders back. Let your forearms be parallel with the floor. And then tuck your chin in just a bit so your head's right on top of your shoulders. Knees are not locked, but slightly bent. Drop your hands down to your side. All right, step left and right. Allow yourself to reset. Take your arms and swing them side to side. Give yourself a chance to change gears. Good job. All of your weight goes into your left leg. Lift your right leg up off the mat and then move it in front of, and then as a kickstand on the left-hand side of your left foot. So you could just sort of stay in this position. We're moving toward eagle pose. Or you could actually tuck your right foot behind the calf of your left leg. Either way works just fine. Take your hands out to the side and then bring your right elbow underneath your left and then bend your arms, give yourself a hug. We're moving more and more toward eagle pose. Here we go. Straighten your arms a little bit, bring your palms to meet each other. There's nothing gained if you can't, there's nothing gained if you don't reach your hands palm to palm. Any modification works, and then raise your elbows up above the level of your shoulders. And if that hurts, don't do it. Don't do anything when you know that it hurts. Soften your gaze now and take an inhale through your nose. Exhale all the air out your nose. And one more inhale. And one more exhale. Drop your hands down to your side. Step your right leg back to where it normally fits, right on the right-hand side of your left foot. Step your feet side to side. Shake your arms a little bit. Just move your arms in any sort of position. Give yourself a reset. Good job. Weight now goes into your right leg, your right foot. Lift your left foot up off the mat and move it up over the top of your right foot and then put your toes down on the mat. This could be what works for you. Bring your hands out, left and right. Take your left elbow and move it underneath your right elbow. Give yourself a hug. Then bring your palms to meet each other. And maybe you decide to tuck your left foot behind your right calf. Allow your elbows to just levitate themselves. Just move them upward. And maybe you balance, maybe you don't. Be kind to yourself. This is a practice. There's no competition. There's no perfection. And then let your elbows go, let your feet go. Bring your left foot to your right and stand up nice and straight. I'm going to do the Durga Kriya that we've done so many times together. It's 3 breaths in a row with no exhale, and then a big long exhale. Exhale should be twice as long as your inhale. And at the same time, we're going to move our arms. So inhale for a third, move your arms in front of you. Inhale another third, open your arms wide. Another third, raise your arms above your head. Exhale, shake your arms down to the floor. Inhale for a third, open up your arms for a third, all the way up in your breath. Exhale, let it all out. Inhale for a third, another third, above your head. Exhale out. Inhale for a third, another third in, all the way up. Exhale it all out. Inhale for a third, open up wide. Inhale again, exhale out. Inhale for a third, another third, another third. Exhale it out. 2 more. Inhale for a third, open up, above your head, let it out. Last one. Inhale for a third, inhale another third. Last third, exhale, let it out. Stand up really slowly and nice and straight. Bring your arms to your side, palms forward. Soften your gaze and I'll be quiet. Just check in. Notice how you're feeling. Awesome. Good job. So your feet are maybe more to the front of the mat. You're standing maybe more to the front of your mat. Then step your left foot back and come to a wide-legged pose facing left on your mat. I'm going to move so that you can see me. Let your heels move inward and your toes move outward. So you're kind of in a wide-legged squatty kind of thing. And bend your knees any amount. Then inhale, raise your hands above your head and straighten your legs. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and bend your knees. Drop your hands down and then inhale, hands above your head, straighten legs. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, bend your knees, drop down. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, bend your knees. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your hands above your head, and then just drop your hands down to your side. Step your feet closer together and move to the front of the mat. Inhale, raise your hands upward. Exhale, bend forward at the waist, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, high point pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bend your elbows lower to the mat. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under, bring yourself up to high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. We've done wild thing a few times together, and we're going to enter it this time from kind of a downward dog type position. Inhale your right leg up and back behind you, then open your hip, raise your right knee upward, bend your right knee a bunch, your right foot will move kind of to the left, and then let your body twist and bring your right foot down to the mat. So this could be where you stay. Your left leg is straight, your right knee is bent quite a bit, and your torso is kind of like in a plank pose with all of your weight on your left hand. Be careful of your left shoulder if you know you have a shoulder problem. And then raise your right hand up and arch your back. This is wild thing. Good job. Bring yourself, just rotate down to the mat. High plank pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Point your toes. Inhale, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under, come through high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Move to the other side. Inhale your left leg up and back behind you, and then open your left hip. Your left foot will be moving to the right-hand side of you. Your left knee will be bent a whole lot. Bring most of the weight into your left hand now, and move your left foot down to the mat. It's bent, it's still bent, and your right leg is kind of semi-straight. Bring your left hand above your head, arch your back, wild thing. It's a big back bend, pretty awkward pose, pretty rough on your right shoulder. Be kind to yourself if it just doesn't work out. Rotate yourself back down to the mat, high plank pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Point your toes. Inhale, Cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, look to the top of your mat. Maybe bend your knees. And then exhale, jump your feet up to meet your hands. Bring your sit bones down to the mat. Look for a block. Look for your block. Lower your torso down to the mat. Push into your feet on the mat. Put the block under your sacrum. We've done this several times recently. Legs up the wall pose. So I'd say the big key to being comfortable with legs up the wall is if you lift your legs up toward the ceiling and you feel like it uses your abdomen or you're tipping over too far with your feet too far toward your head, put your feet back down and adjust your block. Usually, I think my block ends up being a little higher on my sacrum than what I would have expected. Let your feet move up toward the ceiling. Pretend like you're just going to put your footprint on the ceiling. Spread your toes really wide. Soften your gaze and soften your breath. Pull your toes back toward your knees. Can you notice the sensation of your calves stretching when you pull your toes back toward your knees? And I'm going to be quiet for a second. I want you to just see if you can be still. Maybe soften something in your face. Awesome. Good job. Bend your knees. Put your feet back to the mat. Push into your feet and lift your hips up or pull the block out of the way. Drop your hips down to the mat. Straighten your legs onto the mat and move toward fish pose. And last sort of back bend for the day. And sort of scoot your shoulders up to your ears and then push your elbows into the mat and lift your torso up a little bit. And let your shoulder heads move backward. Push your sternum forward. You can see what Margot's doing for fish pose. And then bring your awareness back to your legs of all things. And pull your toes back toward your knees. Feel your calves again. And soften your gaze. Notice your breath. And then lower your hips down to the mat. Let yourself come out of fish pose. Bend your knees and pull your knees in toward your chest. Your feet will lift off the mat. Hold on to the front of your knees. Make yourself into a tummy ball. Good job. Straighten your legs so that they're about maybe 90 degrees bent. Move your knees a little bit apart. Reach your hands in between your knees and grab hold of your shins or your arch of your feet, or maybe even the outside of your feet. And just like we did in Legs Up the Wall, put your feet on the ceiling. You're literally not going to do that, but your feet are pressed right toward the ceiling. And if you're grabbing hold of your feet from the outside, take your thumb and push it right on that big knuckle and your big toe. Push it upward, pull your pinky toe back. Soften yourself. And then let go of this pose. Bend your knees again. Hold on to the front of your knees. Maybe you lift your head and your shoulders off the mat. Make yourself into a ball. And then stretch yourself out very long. Savasana, the last pose. And your feet so that they're quite wide on the mat. At least as wide as the mat. Let your toes flop out, heels in. Bring your hands to your side with palms facing upward. Soften your gaze. Lightly close your eyes. And then just follow your breath inward and outward. We'll be here for about 2 minutes. Take a big inhale through your nose, fill yourself all the way up. Open mouth, let it all out. Fill up again. And again, let it all go. Bend your knees, put your feet on the mat. Let your knees roll to the right or to the left, whichever works for you. Fetal position on one side or the other. When you're ready, push yourself up to a seat. When you get to the seated position, bring your hands to heart center. Push your hands at heart center together a little bit more and pull your shoulders back. Take an inhale breath and bring your thumbs up to your third eye center, your forehead, area between your eyebrows. Honor the goodness and the compassion that's inside of you and inside of all people. Namaste. Thanks so much for practicing, everybody.